Welcome back to Last Saw Sports Talk. Today is Thursday, April 17th of 2025, and this is episode 80. I'm here with Kean Kropp and Carson Kropp. I'm Cody Kropp, and this is our My Guys episode of the 2025 NFL Draft. One of our favorite episodes. We go through and pick some of our favorite dudes that we think are going to be awesome in the league, that we're going to put our stamp on and ride with them till the end, unless bad things happen.
We ride at dawn.
We ride at dawn. And this is dawn, even though it's nighttime right now.
It's dusk, I guess you could say.
We ride at dusk.
We ride at dusk.
Yes.
Yeah, because sun's setting, yeah.
Dusted on,
Yeah. Let's dive right in. We're going to go through each position and say who we want to latch our wagons to, attach our hitches on to, and put our stamp on and ride into the sunset. So, we're going to start off with our quarterbacks. Let's get into it.
I can go first because Carson and I
down the
share.
line.
Yeah. Carson and I share a player here, and he's from my favorite school here, Oregon. Dillon Gabriel. Didn't think I was gonna like him, but in my opinion, why I was drawn to him and why he's a my guy for me is because he, in my opinion, has the best all-around arm in the class. You talk arm strength, accuracy, touch. Maybe he doesn't have the best at each individual one of those things, but I think combined, he has the best in my opinion.
I agree. He's just great at extending the play and throwing on the run, even though he is older at 24 and a half, and he possesses a small frame, 5'11", 200 pounds, but like Keane said, best all around, and he's great out of the pocket as well. And just to preface this, if you guys want to see a more in-depth review of all these guys we're going to be talking about, you can watch our positional rankings episode where we talked about them. Today we're just giving like a brief overview of them just so you know who to look out for, and then if you want to learn more about them, you can go check it out.
Yes, the elevator pitch, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes. One guy that I want to latch my wagon onto this year is Will Howard from Ohio State. This guy's he's got the prototypical size of he looks like an NFL quarterback to start with. He's big. He's got like a strong arm. He can rush. He can do a lot of things very well, and he showed up when the lights were brightest. And I love that about him. I like a lot of parts of his game, and he really stood out to me. He's my QB1, and yeah, he's my guy this year.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Will Howard is my guy for me as well. I do love the size and the athleticism to go along with that size. Everybody always wants to compare everybody to Josh Allen, but as far as qualities that Josh Allen and Will Howard both have, they both have that big arm. They're both pretty athletic. Josh Allen is more athletic. I'm not going to go there. But Will Howard has a lot of tools that excite me for the NFL level.
I'm going to get us started on our last quarterback, my guy. Keane and I share him once again, and that's Brady Cook out of Missouri. He, at this late in the draft, I think you can get great value on him. He goes through his reads. He's a great rushing threat. He can extend the play as well, throw on the run. And he's athletic. He's shown he can throw. He just needs more development. I've comped him to a faster Bailey Zappi.
I like that a lot. Yeah, as you said, Brady Cook is my guy for me as well. And just plays like I would envision a ferret playing. Very skinny, very tall and skinny, athletic, runs around the field at a sneaky athletic rate. And, yeah, I was impressed with his ability to read the field. Did it help that he had Luther Burden there with him? Sure it did. But I liked what I saw from Brady Cook.
Okay. Anything else for quarterbacks?
No, sir.
Let's move into our running back, my guys, and I'll kick it off with one of our only consensus, my guys.
Three-way,
my guy. Goes by the name of Travion Henderson out of Ohio State. This guy's a dynamic playmaker. He's got a lot of great traits that you want a running back to have. Good speed, quickness, shiftiness, and lateral agility. Also, he's got no fumble issues. He hasn't fumbled in 3 years, and he can pass catch too if you need him to. He's a very good all-around back.
Yeah, he's a unanimous my guy for a reason here. He's just explosive, and really the only downside of him is I just think that he's not a true workhorse. I think he would thrive in a timeshare, which today in the NFL, the NFL is going to that, so that's not really much of a problem. I've comped him to a mix of Isaiah Pacheco and Chase Brown.
I like it a lot. Travion Henderson, he's just over 200 pounds, so he's on the smaller side, but he knows how to deal with that well. He's smart, speedy, avoids the phone booth. I could see him having – I wish they'd give him a big role in the NFL because I think he could be good, but I could see why they wouldn't because of his small size. But we're all excited about him.
I'll get started on the next guy here, the obvious, Ashton Jeanty. So I have tiers here, golf-related, and he is one of the two guys in this class that I have in the albatross tier. Yeah. I think he's a generational prospect, incredible contact balance, smooth and effortless. He has a rare combination of power, speed, and wiggle, great vision, and he's really proven that he can break tackles no matter who you're up against. Even Penn State, he broke a lot of tackles, even though he's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage every time. 0.4 missed tackles forced per attempt this season. That's insane. All other running backs were around the 0.3, 0.2 range. He can carry an offense, and he's going to make an immediate impact and be a workhorse for whatever team he lands on right away. I've comped him to LaDainian Tomlinson.
This next guy's going to be the death of me, or the rise of me. But my running back 1, Omarion Hampton. It's going to be the true test in the NFL because we're going to see Omarion Hampton get a legit starting job on an NFL team. We're going to see Ashton Jeanty get a legit starting job on an NFL team. It's going to be basically who's going to do better in the NFL, and I think that I got to go with Omarion Hampton. The size, the strength, the just agility at that size. I'm super excited to see. Also kind of scared because I've already heard all about it. I know Omarion Hampton should not be RB1. I know. Well, he is, and everybody's going to see why.
I'll hit it again here with R.J. Harvey out of UCF. This guy is an explosive athlete. That's really the best way to describe him. He home run speed, yet he has great patience. He can explode through the hole. Capable receiver, decent wiggle. He can lower his shoulder a little bit too. He was the best player on the field in pretty much all the games he played in. He provides great value in the 4th or 5th round, which is why I fell in love with him. I think if you want a timeshare guy similar to TreVeyon Henderson, but you don't want to spend that draft capital, look no farther than R.J. Harvey in the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah, I'll shout out Bashal Tutin because if you want an outside zone running back who can get upfield in a hurry, you want Bashal Tutin. I would love to see him be the understudy to Christian McCaffrey on that 49ers offense. I think that would be awesome. Get him in an outside zone running scheme, get him out in space, and just let him go to work because I think he's like a slightly bigger Devon Achane. We saw the sparks that Devon Achane brings to an NFL game, and I think that Bashal Tutin can bring even more because of his size, his tackle breaking ability, his strength that he brings. I'm super excited for Bashal Tutin.
I'll go to one that I have. DJ Giddens out of Kansas State. I also share him with Kean here as my guy. This guy, we watched, like we said episodes ago, we watched a lot of Kansas State this year. Not really for any certain reason other than
I don't know, man.
They're fun to watch. And this guy was electric to watch. And he's a combo of good size. He's got good vision. He's got good contact balance, good patience, and blah, 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 blah. He's got a lot of very good things, ball security. And he's had very good production, pass catching, a lot of those same things, but you don't have to spend the capital of some of those. This is another guy that I think you can get at a really good value a little bit later in the draft instead of spending TreVeyon Henderson or Ashton Jeanty, Omarion Hampton money. I think he can do a lot very, very well. Not as well as those guys, but still he definitely has a spot on an NFL roster somewhere to make some noise.
Absolutely. This guy can do everything, and I'm super excited about him. What stuck out to me and what sticks out to me about a lot of my guys is the movement abilities. And DJ Giddens has this joystick-like movement ability. Even at his size, he weighed in at 212, I want to say, if I'm remembering off the top of my head. And I'm super excited to see what he can do with that at the NFL level.
Speaking of value, our last running back, my guy, is the king of value. He is the consensus running back 21 in the class, but Kean and I have him all the way up at 5. That's Kyle Monangai out of Rutgers. This guy can beat defenders in multiple ways. He has insane contact balance, good wiggle, patience, and burst. He was a workhorse for 2 full years, 0 fumbles over that entire time, and I could just watch his highlights forever. He's going to be taken in the 6th or 7th round, which is insane, and I think given the chance, he could possibly take over a backfield in the NFL.
Completely agree, and he is my favorite running back in this class. He's not my number 1, but as far as like guys that I like to watch, it is Kyle Monangai, and it's for the same reasons that I liked this guy right behind me here, Bucky Irving. Contact balance is crazy, and I cannot wait to see him in the NFL because I think that he is going to take over. It doesn't matter who's in. Well, it does matter who's in front of him. Got a little ahead of myself. Sorry, but I think that he can take over, just like Carson just said.
I've comped him to Ashton Jeanty Jr., so if you don't want to spend the 8th overall pick on Ashton Jeanty, you can just wait till the 7th and hopefully get Kyle Monangai.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Let's move into our wide receiver, my guys.
I'll start because I got our wide receiver 1, our consensus wide receiver 1, Matthew Golden. Once again, movement ability. This guy is, in my opinion, probably the twitchiest route runner in this draft class as far as just sharpness, quick feet, quick twitch ability, stop and go. It's all there with Matthew Golden. Does he have the production? Does he have a season over 1,000 yards? No, he doesn't. I don't care. I see it on tape, and I see that he can be a good NFL receiver. Great NFL receiver. I'll put it there.
Ooh. Yeah, Matthew Golden's also my guy for me. And the biggest thing was I love route runners, and Matthew Golden is a route runner. That's the reason I fell in love with Ladd McConkey. I think route running is far and away the trait that translates the most to the NFL. Mm-hmm. So I think that he's one of the safest prospects in this class, right beside Emeka Ibuka. And he has great speed on top of that route running. He can stop on dime, strong fighter, the catch point at this smaller size. He's got that dog in him, and he always shows up in the big moments, especially in the college football playoff for Quinn Ewers. Even though he was supposed to be the wide receiver 2 on this team, he let the talent talk, and he took over the role.
He absolutely did. I guess we'll move into our consensus wide receiver 2 because Carson and I are both fans of him as well. His name's Luther Burden III. I just mentioned him whenever we were talking about Brady Cook, but he's been the wide receiver 1 on that Missouri team for multiple years, and he's a yak monster. And everybody who knows me knows that I love the yak monsters, and Luther Burden is exactly that. Quick, twitchy after the catch, and he can make something happen even if you just give him a screen pass.
Yeah, you said Yak Monster. He showed that 0.49 missed tackles forced per attempt. For comparison, Ashton Genty was insane at 0.4. But I think he can be so much more than that. He has suddenness in his routes. He plucks the ball out of the air and gets into his yak quickly. And he can be used all over the field, deep routes, intermediate, short. And on top of all this, he's the youngest in the class wide receivers aside from Isaiah Bond, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely.
Comped him to Rashee Rice, Deebo Samuel, DJ Moore. But I really love Rashee Rice for him.
I like it. I'll move into one that I share with Kian here. Savion Williams. Just an athletic freak, monster, physical freak. This guy's just awesome. He's got, he can play anywhere. He's got elite traits of, size and just everything. He's also, I'll just call him a multi-tool, gadget player. That's really what he is. He can play anywhere on the field. He's not really specialized anywhere, but that, to me, I think that gives him a spot on damn near any NFL roster. Some guys they don't need a true route runner. Some guys don't need a slot guy. But this guy you can put anywhere on the field. You can put him in the backfield. You can put him out wide. I mean, he's a true running back, wide receiver, multi-tool gadget player that can do anything.
Yeah, Savion Williams is one of my favorite players in this class. And that is the only thing that scares me about him is that he doesn't have position. And I think that there are some coaches in the NFL, Arthur Smith on the Steelers, he would have no idea what to do with this guy. And his NFL career would waste away. But let me just say, they do not make them like Savion Williams. No. He is a one of one. So if you have that opportunity, you have to take him. Just get him the ball. He'll figure it out. If you're not smart enough to figure out how to use him, he'll figure it out himself.
Yep, absolutely.
The longest tenured my guy of all time.
Yeah.
Tez Johnson out of Oregon, going on probably 14 months now of being a my guy for me. Yeah. This guy doesn't have the size, but he has the heart, as we like to say in our parts. 7.4 yards after catch per reception is great. He is smart. He gets down or out of bounds to avoid big hits. He's quick and shifty, smooth, crafty routes. Kind of reminds me of Tyler Lockett in the way he protects himself, so I think he can survive in the NFL, and he played great competition all year. I've comped him to Tank Dell, which is an obvious one, but I like more of a Wan'Dale Robinson for him.
This next guy that I'll talk about is a guy who we all kind of view very differently. Carson's got him down at wide receiver 22. I've got him up at wide receiver 3 in the class. Give me the Cyclone. Iowa State Cyclone.
Yep.
Jaden Higgins. So that wasn't a nickname for him.
Yeah, I knew where you were going.
Yeah, Jaden Higgins. You guys weren't impressed with his route running. I really was because at his size, I think that he has some quick, shifty movements that got me really, really excited. He's not the contested catch receiver that you would expect from a 6'4 guy. He's not that at all, actually. But I love how he gets open. I love what he can do after the catch, which is a very little bit. But before the catch, he is money.
I'll move into my final wide receiver, my guy here. Boy, if you want a value and a guy that's just an absolute dog. That is going to deliver some hits across the middle in the slot and just not care, you got to take Jack Besh out of TCU. This guy is, he looks like a linebacker out there. He's sized like a linebacker out there running routes, and he's physical and tough. He can line up in slot or out wide. He's just very physical, and especially at the catch point. I put in my notes here, and I said it in our overall episode. This guy plays contested catches like he's crashing the boards like a power forward, which he does. He's incredibly strong and tough, and he's that reliable set of hands that you need underneath. You can just throw it in his general area, and he's big enough that he can go get it. Just let him go get it, give him a chance, and he's strong enough to make it happen. And you can get this guy at a very good value, and that's part of the reason why I love him so much.
My guy is an ugly one, but hear me out.
Hear me out.
Pat Bryant out of Illinois. I'll just tell you the stats real quick.
Okay.
Almost 70% contested catch rate.
Pretty
playing in
good.
the Big Ten.
Pretty good.
Only one drop all year. And when he's targeted, 140.8 passer rating. Whew. He has great sharp cuts and amazing suddenness in his routes that I think is going to translate to the NFL with the timing system. And I've comped him to a bigger Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm. It's very high praise. And
that is very
he has
high
him ranked all the way up at number 7.
Yep.
They're very rich here. But I got to finish it off with a my guy. He's not ranked high or anything. A fun my guy.
There you go.
A fi guy.
A fi guy. A fi guy.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he's a mushroom. But he is fun, and he is now at wide receiver 18 for me. So not super high. I just love everything that this guy can do out of UNLV. Ricky White III. He's probably going to play in the slot, and he does have some sharp, shifty cuts whenever he's playing wide receiver. But what I love about this guy is he is a damn football player. He blocked 6 punts in 2024. This guy plays special teams for you, and that's how you stick on an NFL roster. I mean, yeah, maybe we won't see this guy playing wide receiver that much in the NFL, but if he does, I do have good hopes for that as well. But I just love I love the dogness of him. The dogness.
The dogginess of him.
Give me the dogginess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the fight in Ricky White III on my team, please.
All right, let's move into our tight ends. We only got a couple here, but I'll start it off. I got my guy Tyler Warren out of Penn State. Not a hot take or anything, but we broke him down very well in our other episodes. But this guy's your Swiss Army knife with a lot of elite traits that he proved this year. I guess some people's concerns are that he's only done it for this year. But I think he showed enough in this incredibly productive season that he can carry this momentum into the draft and be almost any team proof and fit. Like he can adjust his game to whatever teams may need just with all the traits and abilities that he has. He's just a very, very impressive prospect. Maybe one of the best tight end prospects we've seen and definitely one of the best of this draft.
My tight end, my guy, is Colston Loveland out of Michigan. He has great suddenness and feet in his routes. He's fast, huge catch radius, 6'6", with almost 33-inch arms and 10-inch hands. And I do see the downside, but I'm in love with the potential. He's only 20 years old. I think he can put some muscle in that frame. And my forward comp for him is Tyler Eifert. Ceiling is a George Kittle, but I think realistically he's going to turn out more like a Darren Waller.
Darren Waller's definitely a very good comp. And I don't really like this tight end class that much. So I don't have any my guy for that position.
All right, let's move into our edge my guys.
Cody, you go ahead and go first.
Okay. I share this one with Carson. This guy goes by the name of Abdul Carter, and he is just an absolute dog. This is his first year from being a defensive end for years. He moved to linebacker this year.
No, other way.
Sorry, I did say that wrong. First year being defensive end from linebacker, and boy, this guy did not skip a beat. He had one of his best years ever, and this guy plays rabid. He plays intense, huge motor. I call this guy a supercharged.
Oh!
God bless
That's
you.
like him off the line.
That's all I need to say. In my motor meter segment, this guy.
That sounds so good on the audio.
That's a short there.
Sorry for your earbud users.
That's a goodie. That is a goodie.
You got anything else to say about Abdul Carter other than he's an absolute dog with an absolute giant motor?
Yeah, I think just the best way to summarize him is just tell the story once again. I was watching his highlights, and I seriously had to check and make sure they weren't in like 1.2 times speed.
Seriously.
Because
So
he just moves at a different speed than everybody else out there on the field, and he has all the handwork and the footwork to go along with it. To keep the full Penn State comp here for him, for my guy Poop out there, we're going, he's a Micah Parsons with Chop Robinson to get off the line, just like that sneeze was.
Explosive.
Explosive, yeah. He spools up there.
It's really hard to follow that, but my guy of the edge class is James Pierce Jr. He's got the height, he's got the length, he's kind of lighter weight at 245, but he's got the movement skills for days. Reminds me of like the Savion Williams of this edge class, and I'm super excited about that. Yeah, it's cool he ran a 4. I can't even remember because it didn't really mean
4.47, I do believe.
4.47, I think. Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
4.49. It's one of those. I really don't care. He's good on the football field, so I think he's going to be good in the NFL.
Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M. This guy, he's a dog. Now, I've said before, I think he plays with more talent than he does. Plays with more aggression than he does skill and talent. But, man, he's got this spin move that's insane. He flossed Will Campbell a couple times. That's when I fell in love. He can use speed, power, finesse. He plays sideline to sideline, and he never gives up on the play. Hot motor, heavy hitter.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's move into our defensive tackle, my guys. I'll start here because I got 2 of them. I'm going to start with Tyleik Williams out of Ohio State. Dang it.
He's a big boy.
Fat
a big
guy.
Boy.
Drain clogger is what we call him.
Yeah, drain clogger. That's right. I lost it.
He's like you send a potato down your sink and it doesn't quite get to the garbage disposal.
Okay.
There's nothing soaking through a potato.
You're right.
He's a drain clogger.
Very strong lower body. This guy explodes off the line and into contact. He does not hesitate. He gets up off that line just like Carson Sneeze, just freaking right into contact. And he's great initial punch, and he's just very explosive, active hands, and drain clogging type run blocker, and pretty big motor. And there's concerns about some of his length, but I don't care about it. I love the way he plays. I think he's going to have success in the league.
Yeah, I would have been a fan of Tyleik Williams if I hadn't or if Kenneth Grant wasn't in this class, because I said it in the rankings video, but this is a fat guy with juice.
With juice.
And he can pass rush, he can drain clog, he can do it all. And at 341, I was super, super impressed from Kenneth Grant. He's not my defensive tackle 1. I didn't go that far because Mason Graham is also pretty good. But Kenneth Grant, at his size, I love the fat guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I love Kenneth Grant.
I'll go into my guy here, this defensive tackle class, Derek Harmon out of Oregon. When I saw him play, I fell in love. He's got the size, he's got the length, he's very strong, and he can play anywhere on the line. Put him anywhere, and he'll be successful. He can be the drain clogger, and he can power into the backfield and get to the quarterback and cause pressures. He's wide, he's long, he's powerful. He's everything that you want in an old school type defensive tackle. And he's fast enough and strong enough, and I just love the way this guy plays, and I'm a big fan, and I think since he can play anywhere on the line, put him on any team, and he's going to help any team in the league.
I like the D tackle class. I just couldn't plant my flag in any of them because I didn't fall in love.
Sure. Makes sense.
There's another thing.
No, that's a throat clear.
All right, let's move into our linebacker, my guys.
But I did fall in love with Chris Paul Jr. I have him all the way up in my linebacker 2.
Poopa.
Plays aggressive and determined, great at wrapping up, great burst, plays like he's much bigger than he is, stands up running backs in the hole like you want to have a linebacker. He's got great recognition and instincts, and all around he's just aggressive and bursty that plays bigger. My comp for him is a slower Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
I like that comp a
I
lot.
like that comp.
And hey, get that whip ready. Get on your horse, because we got a cowboy collar wearing Oklahoma. Danny Stutzman. Cody and I love this guy. He is your old school run stopping, jam you with my head on your head.
Rydell.
He's going head to head.
He's going head to head. CTE be damned. That's Danny Stutzman. So you can't help but love watching this guy play.
He's a tackle machine. He's had 100+ tackles in the past 3 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
That's not total. That's each singular season.
He feels no pain.
This guy does not care. I just needed to see that this guy wore a cowboy collar. I already knew what he was all about.
Done.
Yep. My guy. Right here, right now. We say all that, but I think he's also a very smart player. He can read and adjust very well, and Yeah, if you want a tough guy, old school hard hitter, got to pick Danny Stutzman.
My call for him was a goodie. Robert Spillane, baby.
Absolutely, baby.
Love Bobby Spillane.
See him on the New England Patriots this year. Bobby Spillane, not
Yeah.
Stutzman. Sorry.
Well, I don't
maybe.
know. Yeah, maybe.
Get them
Be a
together. Holy
Crazy
cow.
duo.
Can you imagine practice?
Oh.
My other linebacker, my guy, is out of Oregon, Jeffrey Bassa. He's not big. He's not the hard hitter of Danny Stutzman, but he is the flyer on the field. Wave his arms in a crazy fashion. Comes running at you like, ooh!
Something like that.
And he'll most of the time he's gonna bring you down, or at least hold on to you until somebody else can. I just love the way this guy runs around like his hair is on fire.
I'm going to do my last my guy here by Carson Schwesinger out of UCLA. This is another guy that's probably not the fastest, probably not the biggest, but this guy's such a smart player, and he plays good coverage. He can recognize the play very well. He's got good play speed. He's an open field tackler, which a lot of guys can't do, and he plays special teams if you need him there. He's just a very good all-around player, and he's a dog. I said this in other episodes, but he's a dog. He went from a walk-on to an all-American type player with elite instincts, and I love the guy.
You can't not root for that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, spells his first name a little weird, but I like him overall as well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move into our cornerback, my guys.
I'll talk about the guy who I didn't like as a wide receiver, but I do like him a lot as a cornerback. As my cornerback one, out of Colorado, Travis Hunter. Travis, you're not going to play wide receiver on my team, buddy. Only time I want you touching the football is whenever you're getting interceptions. I think this guy is sticky in coverage. He's obviously got the insane ball skills that we've already talked about so much. And I just really want to get this guy terrorizing NFL wide receivers because he's played wide receiver. He knows what knows what they're gonna do. So I think that's a big advantage for him.
Yeah, I agree with that. My guy here out of the corner class is Will Johnson out of Michigan. I saw this guy play, and I fell in love with his play speed, play strength. I fell in love with his size. He played good competition, and he's just a lot of things that you want in a corner in the NFL. He's very smart. He can flip his hips and sprint. He's just a lot of very good things. He's got just that kind of that old school football attitude also, and I think all of his traits that he has lines him up to be a very possible NFL Pro Bowl candidate.
Jacob Parrish is my corner my guy for this class out of Kansas State, and I think in the later rounds of the draft, you can take him, and he'll step right into your nickel corner role. He's got a hot motor, he's physical, he's a hard hitter, he's got good timing and ball skills, great around the line of scrimmage, which is great to have as a nickel corner, smooth, great suddenness. I do see some weaknesses in his game, but I like what I see overall, and I've comped him to a Brian Branch.
Yeah, I like it. I'll move into my guy here out of the corner class, Darian Porter out of Iowa State. This is a guy that performed very well at the combine, but like Kean said, I don't care. I liked him even more before this. He's another guy with elite traits. He's a combo of size, speed, and length. He's an ex-wide receiver, so he's got a lot of good. He's good in his brain about knowing routes and knowing how to run and knowing how to get downfield and cover.
Good in his brain.
Yeah, good in his brain. He's got very good burst when he's in coverage also, and between his burst and his ball skills, I think he's got a lot of room to develop and improve his craft as a cornerback in the league. And he also was a huge standout on special teams, blocking 4 punts in his career. So if you need him there, I'm sure he'd definitely be willing to play. And he's just a very experienced player with 5 full seasons under his belt.
Mm-hmm. Trey Amos is my next cornerback, and he's out of Ole Miss, and he's up there as my cornerback 3, which I know is pretty rich, but what I saw out of him, maybe he's not the flashy player that a Travis Hunter, Will Johnson, or any of the top guys are, but I think that he is just a very solid, all-around, going to be consistent for you, can kind of do a little bit of everything, and that's why I really like Trey Amos a lot.
Okay, let's move into our last group here that we'll be talking about for my guys, the safety group, a very talented group.
I love Andrew Makuba. He's right up there with my favorite players in this entire class, not just safety's entire draft class. He is a big hitter with a hot motor. He's snobby, plays way above his size. He comes downhill hard to either break up passes or pick them. He's got good ball skills, instincts, closing speed, and he's a great ball hawk. On top of all that, at his small size, he is still very aggressive at the catch point and always goes after the ball instead of the receiver. Because of all this, I have him comped to a Budda Baker.
Yep, makes a lot of sense.
And he's one of the only 2 unanimous my guys for us. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Yep.
Yeah, Travion Henderson and Andrew Makuba. Yeah, Carson really said it all. He's got that skinny build. You would think that this guy's probably just a drop back in coverage. Everybody can fix everything in front of me. I'll fix it on the back end. But no, this guy, he gets his nose dirty, and that's one of the things that is just really, really, really fun to watch and really exciting for the NFL for Andrew Makuba.
Yeah, he doesn't waste any movements. I think he'd be a really great. One of the big things I loved about this guy, one, he can play. I think he'd excel in the robber position as a safety in the back end. But the thing that stood out to me the most is he throws his body around like he's a linebacker, even though he's not the biggest. He's just incredibly exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy the stuff he can do at under 200 pounds.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Next guy I'll mention is my safety one over Malachi Starks. I got to go Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame. Everything that Malachi Starks does, I think Xavier Watts can do just at a faster pace. I love Xavier Watts' play speed and the way he rips around. He's more than just a ball hawk. Yeah, he had 13 interceptions over the past 2 seasons to win him the Bronco Nagurski Award in one of those seasons, and I just think that he's going to be a very good NFL player who's kind of being slept on because this is a very good safety class.
It is. One of my guys is Malachi Starks, which is my safety one out of this class. He may not be the fastest, no, but he's got the size and athleticism, and he's got all the great experience you want. He was a 3-year starter at Georgia, which is in the SEC, which is very, very good competition, which is a big deal to me. He's versatile, smart, instinctive, and he's not afraid of contact. I mean, he'll come downhill into the trenches and make contact. He'll make contact anywhere on the field, and he can get around blocks and around defenders to stay sticky, and it's always good to stay sticky.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, he's one of my guys and one of my top prospects out of this here draft this year.
There you have it. You can come at us for all these guys.
Yes.
Have at it.
Have at it. These are my guys.
Yeah, this is it. We've had a pretty good track record, especially in the first year that we ever did it last year. We brought you guys like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels
buddy.
was an all-around my guy for us, a 3-way, if you will.
Yes.
3-way. We were big fans of Brock Bowers. Now it's not like as
crazy
good job, you guys. Yeah,
but still, he was still like right up there in the
breaking
consensus.
records.
He was like up there with Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland type prospect, draft capital wise, and we don't have Colston Loveland or Tyler Warren up there, but we stuck our flag in Brock Bowers and it worked.
In a 100+ catch season.
Yeah.
Another one, Jared Verse. We planted him as the defensive or the edge one over Leatu Latu, and I looked pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah. Defensive rookie of the year.
Your defensive rookie of the year, and just brought you guys mixed in throughout. Guys like Bucky Irving and like Lad McConkey. That was a big hit for Carson. Malik Neighbors was a big hit for both of those guys.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah. Bo Nix, Cody loved.
Yeah.
All
Cody
those
had
guys.
Mike Sanders still, Kamari Lassiter, and Cooper DeJean.
Yeah,
Boom.
he had 3 cornerback my guys that all hit in a
Yeah.
big way.
Yeah. We love it. It was one of our favorite episodes. And, yeah, we've got a pretty good track record. We're doing pretty well. So, we appreciate you guys watching, and we appreciate you guys watching all the episodes. And stay tuned. Our next episode is going to be our mock draft.
Mock draft.
Oh, we're going to make every team better. Absolutely. Just watch our episode. That's all we need to say. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We will catch you in the next episode.